bank accounts and bank master data and configuration on this. Okay, so let me explain you a few things before on that. Until recently, like maintaining bank master data has been, it's a more and manual process. So in which, like users will be requiring generally with a lot of customizations also, whatever they want to do on that bank master data. So this is one such thing, which I'm just showing you today, is the managing the banks and managing the master data. So there is an app for us in the Fiori, so we can display and create master data for the banks, your company, your business partners, customers, and suppliers, and all these things. So with this standard app in the configuration part, I would like to say, we can display the banks and their basic informations, and then we can edit both the standard and internal banks as well, and we can create and edit the international addresses also for that. So that is one such thing. And along with that, we can upload bank data with import directories also, like in the cash management, we can manage the banks. And there is a master data replication using the SAP master data integration is also there. Like these are the things, we will be seeing as part of, but yes, let me tell you that, when we are, what I want to say, like when, as I said, in the recent days, it was been more on manual, right? So the analysis of the country specific bank settings configuration and impact of the bank master data, it changes, it has been always been a manual process. So SAP from S4HANA public cloud side also, they have resolved many of these issues, because bank master data introduction to S4 public cloud or S4 on-premise, both the cases, is to address that issue only. So we have bank master data cockpit, right? So with this cockpit kind of functionality, so one can have, a list of all tasks, like they can do it. So, this particular cockpit or SAP bank master data and configuration thing. So this is generally started in 2021 onwards only. 2021, 2020 ending itself when it came. So it's been in the it's been in the package of SAP since the last 3.5 years. So this is a great thing, for managing bank master data through Fiori apps and all these things. So bank master data, as you know that, when we are dealing all cash transactions or liquidity or, any house bank management or, payments, we need this very importantly. So there's a foundational data, that represents a bank in the country, right? So this data will be required in the SAP system, basically to load business partners kind of information like, looking at customer, vendor, country, party, sold to party, all these things. So bank account information, for any payment and statement processing, for any statement processing, we have this accurate bank master data, which is very essential. So when sending payment file from SAP, so basically this will be maintained from a third party source file uploads also. So this can be obtained from the different sources, different formats, will be there. And however, in the bank master data, you already know that from the global perspective, we need the Swift codes and all these things also. So bank master data configuration supports, almost all formats worldwide. As a side note, it's more on, like a solution type of thing wherein which it will do that. So as in whole, bank master data will be required to load your business partner bank details, which will be initiated in a project, and also that will be loaded periodically, like monthly, quarterly, etc., etc. So bank master data configuration, basically, we'll be learning more about that. Okay. So let me open. This is the one, manage banks master data. If you're an older one, you might be seeing a bank master data cockpit also. So you can go here, manage banks. So on this bank master data, guys, as I said earlier, as a key aspect of this bank master data, we have that ability. Now we can create banks here basically. Okay. And importing options are also there here. So let me show you one by one to you. So let me go to create here. First, if we go here, we'll see what are the banks available. No data found. No banks are there. So we have to configure new banks into this account. So while you're creating the bank, you already know that, right? And the country that we are going to work for the project or something. So on that specific, we will be creating the banks and information on top of that. So here we have this create option to configure the bank in the master data for the main banks. So provide the region here. So I'm going for India. You can provide a bank key for that master data. Let's say I'm giving IN001, create bank. Okay, so you can give the bank number here. Let's say I'm going for ICICI Bank, so I'm giving ICICI01. You can provide a SWIFT or BIC code for that. Something. And here bank group. So generally, you all guys know that, right? Banks and bank categories. So banks will have certain categories will be there, like standard banks, payment service providers, internal banks or payment system banks, in-house banks, technical banks, or different banks will be there. So you can mention that, or you can leave it as it is, because it is not required. If you this field is really not required in original scenarios also. The only thing is your number and SWIFT code, mainly the bank name and the bank branch. Okay. So I'm going for the bank name, ICICI. Okay, and bank branch, I can say. Okay, here we provide the number for that. We'll provide the city and region further to that.
Clarify, no? This bank key is for what? For internal or for customer vendor? Ano? Okay,
No,
just to clarify.
this is a standard bank I'm creating right now.
Yeah, for what? No. Is it for the bank of the company, or it is related to the customer vendor? Just to clarify.
For the bank of the company only.
Just I'll give you a brief background on the current setup that we have. So we use house bank now. We use 3GL accounts for our bank setup, main, incoming, and outgoing. So clearing incoming and clearing outgoing. So those three bank accounts.
What
So
are the
that
three
will be
banks?
our
House bank, another two banks. What are the other banks you're using?
We're only using one GL account for all the banks that we have,
Okay.
regardless of the entity. So we use main bank account, incoming clearing and outgoing clearing. So those three. So for us to identify each bank account, we use house bank as an indicator. Okay.
Right, I'll come to house banks. Yeah,
So that it
definitely.
will be aligned on what we are using. Okay. Just to be in.
Sure. I'll come to house bank, then you'll understand that. Let me show you first of all configure. I have to show configuration, right? Master data configuration. I'm showing that. After that, I'll come to house bank configuration.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we have provided the address here. So no requirement of any change history. So this is the address. And then simply create the bank master data. Okay, the bank was created. Okay, so in case if you want any additions, we can still use this edit. This is the master data that we created, okay, on this page. So then we will be going to the house banks. So So what is a house bank? House bank is an entity that you create in your system to represent a bank that your company has a contract with, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
house banks and house bank accounts are required for what? For payment transactions and accounting, especially in your system. So each house bank is identified with what? Again, they will be identified with your combination of company code and house bank ID. So you should, when they have to identify your this combination, your company code and house bank ID should be properly created, and it should be there in the system so that you can actually configure that as a house bank in your system. Okay. So let me show you that how you create the house banks also. Okay. So I'm just going back in this same app only. We will be creating the house bank also. See here, we can create uh, a bank that you can create from a house bank can also be from the same bank. If you have to create an internal bank, you will be having this option, creating an internal bank. Okay. So I'm trying to another bank, which is a house bank for you. Again, I'm selecting the same region. So the moment when you go to a already created bank, right, you can make that to a house bank. So you can add a house bank to the existing bank for that. So once again, let me add into this. So the configuration URLs, usually we have this manage banks master data, not in the development URL. So the earlier one which I created also from the same configuration URL. So this is the configuration URL. So here you can see manage bank accounts, manage bank chains, manage cash account. And if you go further also, you'll get manage bank master data. So in the master data, I created that. Let me show you this manage bank accounts also. So here we can see is any banks that I created, it can be found or not. So I'm not able to see. So if you go to the app one more time, let me check whether that's the same, because my system was hanged that time, right? I don't know. So let me check that also. Bank master. So here these are there. So let's assign a house bank to the things in the manage bank app, manage bank accounts. Because once we created the bank at the internal bank or bank from the bank's app, so we have to make changes further. So I'm going to the manage bank accounts. Let's take this bank key ININIC001 and ICICA01. Okay, so if you go here, if you go back to the say manage bank accounts app, so here we will be creating, our bank account for that, where in which the house banks can be try to insert it there. If this is not there, show, because in S4HANA public cloud, few of the house bank configurations are not working. So you have to work it from your general IMG SAP SPRO T code only. I'll show you that how you can configure your house banks also. So let me check first of all that we can able to attach here this thing or not. Okay, so I am going to add here. So we can add company number here. Let's say 1710 is our company code, right? So account type we can give here. Say current account, continue. Okay, so now we can give the new bank account from that. Once you configure the bank master data, the next step is, we will be doing some things in the bank account for the further configuration. So let's say the account description, I'm saying current. Okay, so here you can give your in this app you can give all the in this app you can give all the current general data, bank relationships, house bank account connectivity, so language descriptions, everything you can give in the bank account once you set up the master data bank account. So I'm giving here the account number, anything that we want to provide here, you can provide that. So we can give again the bank, country, region. So there we created only bank details, right? So now we have to give the remaining details of the banks here. The bank numbers, 50 key, all these things we can give it here. So here that time I selected India. The bank key we get for ICICI is INIC001, right? So this is there. See, it was captured here. And then the currency, anyways, it's an INR. So if you want any bank control key that was not there that time, you can create that here. Okay, and then generate IBAN for this from here. See, when I'm entering, because saying it cannot generate, you can enter one manually. So in that case, if you have any IBAN that you want to generate manually, you can generate that also. Okay, so like this, I have given the major information with that linkage. And then if you go to the bank, if you can go to the general data there, you can see here for any because invoice based, if you have to attach any profit center segments also, you can attach those things in this area. Rest all, whatever you give the region, everything that will be automatically comes here once we activate that. So here you can give the profit center if any profit centers are there. Let's say for us a common profit center is there. I'm taking that one. I'm attaching that. And segment, segment C I'm attaching for this. Okay, you can attach the segments also, because bank configuration is very important. It's better, we better not leave anything blank. We can attach all major things. So in all other activities, receivables and payables also, this will be easy to transact. Okay. If you come to the bank relationship, basically, this will be fine. This will be majorly on the highlighting on your payments type of transactions. Okay. So if you can say end of day bank statement, payment transaction type group, it is asking you. Either you can say it's for bank administration or ISO or whatever it might be. You can actually select it from there. Okay. So let's say I'm using this one. Okay. And then if you go here, house bank connectivity is there. Here we'll create one house bank here. Okay. Manage house banks is there. Create is there. Okay. If you can go to create, you can create one such from here. Okay. So it's company code here. I'm giving a house bank here. Maximum 5 characters. Okay, house bank account number H, house bank ICIC 00 IC0 I'm giving. So this is what we can create for the house bank connectivity, and you can give the house bank account data from here. Okay, you can provide the GL accounts that are related. Someone asked me right now, right? So GL accounts, where we can do. So you can connect this house bank's GL accounts here in this administration chart. If you go here, provide the GL number, account numbers. Let's say I'm giving main accounts on here. Okay. So if you have any alternate bank account number for that, also you can provide any DMA identifications, reference numbers. These are all we can say optional details. This is a very important one. So if you can go down, there is a bank detail for return BOE payable is there. If in case if you need the return BOE payable, you can actually select that one. That means what is it BOE payable? If you want to understand, if you want to give it, you can give it. Let's say I'm also giving here. Let's say I'm giving because we selected main bank account, so I have did the main bank and cash for this. And finally, we reach to the bank details for return presentation. So return presentations will be there, right? So for that, whatever the collection amount, how many minimum days the branch should be there, what is the bill account, what is the credit memos, debit memos, alternate house banks, you all configure from this information only. So you just provide that the collection amount also. This one I'm just giving. Okay, let's say it's 2 days. Bill discount account, you can say just chosen the same ones for the information here. Okay, so you can give any alternate debits and memos also for house banks, because house banks are not treated alternate. So this is what you can do the configuration as part of the master data of your house banks. Okay, we can see this is correct created now. See now in some errors are there, you have to correct those errors. House bank with bank key does not exist in company code 1710. Okay, we have to create that one actually. Let me check it out. Yeah, this is what I said. This house bank is not correcting from here. You have to make it from the ECC itself, and then you have to get that into this environment to link it into this environment. So let me show you that. Generally, in S4HANA public cloud, let me show you generally where it should be there in the new configuration also. So here it is there. So let me create one from here. 1710. Okay, for the same company code. HBIC0. Okay, it's 5 digit only, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, PIC 9. I'll give. Continue. So your new house bank is done. Apply it. Okay, HPIC 9, and then we can go back to our transaction managed bank accounts. Okay, so here you just provide that whatever the draft that we have given, right? This one is inactive still status. See, you can activate this while you have created that one, right? So you give here the house bank details as yeah. HPIC 9. Do one thing, we'll recreate this one more time because system is not considering that. Let me delete this one and recreate new one here for the house bank connectivity. If we go here, I'm just selecting the house bank. Okay, 1 second. This is still sometimes, right? No, when you open apps and create that, right? System will take little time to get these things. Clear. Refresh the URLs. This is the only way you can do the updation of changes, because if you're not refreshing URL, system will not get the data properly. Let me retry here one more time. So what I have did till date, now I have just gone to manage banks master data app. There I created the bank, 2 banks I created. Then I have gone to manage bank account, wherein which we have to create the house bank. So for that I have gone to manage house bank, and then finally I created the house bank. Now we have to give the connectivity for the bank account. So this is the flow. Okay, so let me create the flow so that you'll get an idea completely. So we created one house bank. I don't know why this is not collecting. Let me check. House bank code HBIC1, HBIC9. This is. We linked it also with the company code, and the bank key is also there here. Okay, I applied this also. Save this. Okay, I saved it also. And let me go to manage bank accounts now. Same bank account app. Here and there we can go here. So again, go back. Okay, remove all these things. Yeah, we have not posted any bank accounts yet, right? So that is the reason. So let me check. Go. So the data came here. Let's map the house bank account here. Apply this. Okay, now it has taken. It is asking house bank account ID. HB101. So on configuration, like at the URL side in public cloud, you might see errors, even though you are not having any errors. These are all just warnings only. See, now it is created. So it's not that you have to go front and back like this. Because of URL. Sometimes the data will not be taken what you have created in the next tab. Okay. So at times you have to close the tabs also. You have to come again. You have to redo the work again and again. So don't think error is still there. Like this is the some of the browser based issue that you have either in Chrome or either in Safari. Any browser that we have this issue. See, now there are no errors. So when I have gone front and back with the same thing, it was been now linked. So you can activate this now. So this way you can create your bank account, master data. These are the warnings. You can just ignore, no problem. You can still give the jail account numbers there. So like this, you can actually confirm your bankings and all these things also. Okay. So this is about the creation of master data, creation of bank, creation of house bank, and linking your house bank to your normal general standard bank. This is your complete cycle. upload,
Yeah.
we can upload the data, we can upload files, import, export is also, I'm coming to those topics, but this is the important one which I just showed to you. So the same thing, if at all, if you have still SAP IMG for the, because certain things, public cloud also SAP IMG is still working for that. In that case, if your SAP IMG is also working, you have a transaction called, for all this house banking configuration, FI12_H bank. So there it can be done. So I'll show you that one also. But is this clear for everyone?
Yeah.
That's why I said something.
Okay. Yeah, it's not clear now. Okay, because you're jumping from one procedure to
Okay, I'll show one more
another.
thing. Show one
So,
more thing.
just want to clarify what will be the step by step, because you're banking, creation of bank, house bank, how it will be created.
Let me show you one more time. No issues. Let me show you. So this is what I'll show you clearly now. I'll demonstrate one more time. Please observe. You will go to create bank. Sorry. In manage banks app, first of all, we will be creating what? We will be creating bank master data, right? So after creating that, actually in the app itself only, the house bank edition is also there. But in some public cloud versions, it is displaying. In some public cloud versions, not displaying. I really don't have an idea. So, but we have a curricular flow is there. So I'm just showing you that. So once we go to manage banks app, we will go to creating banks master data, wherein which we create bank master data. After that, we will save that. And you go to, we have to create a house bank. So to create house bank, go to manage bank accounts. Okay. Provide details for bank accounts. There you will be seeing manage house banks. Okay. So there you have to go for that particular screen and create house bank. Activate. Then you come back to app, manage bank accounts, and then activate your linked bank account. This is the process. Okay. I'll show you one more time, demonstrate you. Please observe the steps one more time. I'm going here again. First of all, manage banks master data.
Yeah. Let's create new house bank.
I'll show you once again. A brief flow, please see. First, we'll go to the manage banks master data. Here, we'll create a bank. So here, first go to create, give your region, give the bank key name like SBI10, create bank. Okay. So provide the number here like SBI10, SBI1010. Okay, give the bank name, State Bank of India. Okay, bank branch, Chennai. Come down, provide the address. So region, Tamil Nadu, and then your location, let's say Gindi and Chennai. Okay, so just save this account, record, create this. This is created. Okay, so SBI 10 is my bank key. Bank number is also same. So for easy creation, I just kept this one for the demo purpose. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to go to manage bank accounts. Okay, so here you have to create a house bank account for that, right? So if you go to create, manage, create here, you have to attach your bank account to the company code, right? That's what we have to do. So I'm doing here. We have one company code here which is active. So this one, so provide the account type. Let's say it's a continue. Okay, and provide description. Your account number. Again, your country will be automatically captured, and your bank key can be. This is my bank key, SBI 10. So bank control key can leave it. Currency. Okay. Generate IBAN. If it is not generating, you can enter it manually. That's okay. Or else you can leave it for now. No issues. And then assign the profit center for that. Assign the segment for that, because if you're assigning profit center segment, this can be showcased in your financial statements also. Okay, one such thing. If you go down, just provide the payment group also here. Let's say provide this one, and count down. You will be having manage house bank. So you have to create a house bank. So now, till now, you have to save this. Okay, save as inactive, because this will be activated once you provide your house bank details. Okay, this will be activated still. Now I have to edit this one more time. Go to edit. Go to your manage house banks. Keep draft. So you will be under bank cash management app. Okay. So in this, again, go to edit. So you will be under house banks. We'll create a new house bank for this. Attach the same company code where you want to make it, and then give the house bank 10 for SBI. Okay. Here you will be providing any details. If you have for the house bank, you can provide those things also here. Okay, any other details of the address, customer numbers, any general data that will be at par for that, you can just provide that. Simply apply this, save this. Okay, now again go to your bank management. This is all configuration only. What I'm showing you is, so manage bank accounts. Go. So this is SBI account. This one we have to activate it, right? Okay. Now go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, go down. So wherever your house bank is there, just till now connectivity, just go there. And here create that. Okay. Give the number and then apply. Save it, close it. Okay. And activate it. Your bank with house bank will be automatically activated. So yes, I just told you while creating the housing bank accounts, right? We have, because at times you might not be able to see this, you have to know this configuration also as part of the public cloud configuration guide practices. So this is up to, like into the S4 HANA cloud practice, this is there. So I'm just giving that additional information also as part of my responsibility. So if you can go to this particular treasury management thing, because this exists right there here. So you can create bank key from here itself only, right? So if you can go here, FI01, you can create the bank categories from here itself only. Okay. Whatever I just created that. In case that is not working in your ECG is there, EC system is there. So I'm just giving you an additional heads up here. I already showed you right now in the public cloud. I'm just showing you additional here. So who are comfortable with that, they can go with this. So we will provide the control data also. I'll Swift bank number, bank group here. If we go to Swift code, will provide like this. So this is the one, you just save this here. Okay, this is how we generally create the bank there. If you go back again, okay, so you can see here FI12H bank. Okay, if you go here,
Is this cloud then? Okay.
yeah, this is cloud only.
Sorry.
This is cloud only. His cloud
Because
on.
the app is
See, I told you right. I just showed you in the public cloud. This is cloud ECC also. If you don't want, I'll stop it because I'm showing you both for your additional information.
Yeah, because this app is not being done. We're familiar on the banking creation. So
okay then. So you can see this on the manage bank accounts. We have this import export of bank accounts is there. If you go here in the import export of bank accounts, just wait, it is configuring. So let me tell you one thing. So whenever you want to import and export the bank accounts in SAP S/4HANA public cloud, this environment, you can just simply go to this particular app, this manage bank accounts app, in which I just clicked like import export tab, right? So you have to prepare the data for the migration also for this, like for downloading your XML spreadsheet, all these things. You have to simply fill this. Once you save the file, you have three options here, if you can see. There are three options are there. One is your export bank accounts to XML file, download XML spreadsheet, download XML schema file for import validations. So when you need an export bank XML file to the other party, you want to give an XML file, then you can export the bank accounts. If you want to download an XML spreadsheet template from this, you can download from this option. In the same way, if you want to make for any import validation, you can do this. Okay, there are a variety of reasons that are there which you can do that as part of your requisitions or requirements are there. Okay, you can edit the template as needed or copy and paste the data into the relevant sheets whenever you have gone that. So we have a separate tab called developer tab will be there. If you come down, I'll just show you all these things to you. So in this, you can import the bank accounts, you can specify the import path of it, and you can choose the overwrite modes. All these things we can do. Okay, so these ones, let me show you that. First of all, if you want, let me go here. So we have these two bank accounts. Okay, now let's export bank accounts to an XML file. Select your bank account, any one bank account. See, the file is generated. You can, in your local file path, that will be generated generally. It is in my system right now. Let me show you that to you. So this is your XML file, guys, which is downloaded by me for that account. So if you need any XML files for further transformations or mapping off into another account for this bank transactions, you can download XML files like this. Okay, this is one such way. In the same way, if you want to download this XML spreadsheet template in XML format, same thing that will be done for your XML format also. XML spreadsheet format. See, XML spreadsheet template. You can see the template also. Okay, so I told you, right, for the higher systems only, for example, if you have a connecting system, that means any other cloud server is there, any other third-party system is there from where they need certain data from you, on regard to the bank account as an XML file, then you will do this activity for them. Else, this is not required. Okay. So like this, we will be doing, this file is still opening, so let's not waste time on that. In the same way, you can go for XML schema file also for our other systems when you want to make it out. So you can use these particular things on that information criteria. Okay, this is about your import export. If you come down, basically, you have bank accounts import is also there. That means you can select a file and you can import some bank accounts also. Means if there is any other file outside our environment where we want to import, this is what we exported this now. These are all exports, right? Now we have to import that. This category is for import, this category is for export. See, bank accounts export, bank accounts import. Two categories will be there here. So we just see export. Now we will try to import that also. So in the file also, when you are importing, right, from any system or something, that this should actually meet this criteria, without which your file cannot be imported. Okay. If you want to import, the format should be like this only. Else the file will be a failed for you. Okay, let me show you importing a file also.
What is the purpose of this one? Just to clarify.
So yeah, when you have any third-party systems are there which are providing data to you for the banks, wherein which you want to leverage that in your system without creating, then you have to use this import functionality. Custer?
Not yet, but yeah, please continue, okay, so that it will be clear.
Sure, okay, fine. Let me show you. Okay, so for this, whenever you want to import these files, whatever we just did this, right? Let's say on the downloads, you can change the same file and you can actually import that also, same file. Let's say this file is there. I'm changing some data in it. Let's say this is 10, right? I'm leaving 9. Like this, you can actually change the data of your records, or else you might get something from your third party also, the same kind of records also. I'm just giving a heads up information to you. So like this company code 1710, you can keep it, or else 1010. Okay. You can give it as UK company code. Okay. And then let's say the date is 17th or 15th. Okay. And then just save this file as an XML only. Okay. Save as .xml. Bank accounts 1. I'm just saving in my desktop for my easy access. Closing this. Okay, if you go to import, I'm just trying to show you how you can import the file. This is what the access I'm doing for that. Import with Preston will tell you, see, invalid file is downloaded template or enhanced template. See, this is why in the top level you have to get these templates. These are the templates, means in which you can get your data on this format. See, the format is not matching. Still, it is saying it's not. So consider empty fields. You have to give empty fields so that it won't give any errors here. So let me get a file for you. The formats are different from above to top. That's the reason it's saying invalid file. See here, we have account ID in the first page, but in here we have bank country region. Here we have bank key. Here we have bank country. Here we have bank key. Just these are zigzag. Again, currency and bank country bank. What is this? Bank control key is there. Contract type is there. And here again, account number came, currency. These are all actually zigzag. So you have to provide this information on the same mode. So let me give you the same thing here, so that you can import the file properly here. Okay, so let me show you this one. Okay, I'll do one thing. I'll just load account number, bank key, and bank country. Rest all will leave for for purpose right now. So account number, bank key, bank country, right? So okay, let me open that file, which is there in the desktop, or no, it's in the downloads. So this one. Okay, I'm just leaving all these files and things. This is very simple. The only thing is the format should be in align for it. So this format sometimes, will not be working for us on this. Okay, I will not waste time on this because this will take some time. So I will format that later and I'll show you tomorrow this import option, because this will be taking a lot of time to us on this. Just this template has to be reworked. I'll show you how to rework, because this is not allowing us to do anything on this. You can see You can just select another file here. Just retrying for you. Yeah, the same file when I have downloaded, right? See, and I upload it. Now it's loaded here. See, the status is green, which means it was loaded here. Okay. So on the same file on the XML, I have gone with a bank accounts.xml. In this file, if you want to make any changes of the data, you can still make some changes. Okay, so the usage will be two times. One, either you get from your downstream systems to load as it is, or second, if you want to tweak the data, wherein which you don't have any chance to tweak the data or right data you want to enter, as some wrong data came, for the purpose being you want to send the data, you can actually download and export and import the file like this with the correct data also. That is the usage of this import and export options.
To clarify again, no, is this this application is for mass upload?
Mass
for
uploads.
Bank?
Mass uploads, right? You can do mass uploads also. Yes. Okay. So this is about customer master data and in the configuration, guys. Next, going back to the next topic.
How to can we for example, the bank account, that particular bank account is closed or it will not be used anymore? How do we block that?
Yeah.
Sorry, Cassie, what's the term that you used? Block, right?
You want to close the bank account, right?
Yes, it would be inactive, yes.
Okay, you can go back on the manage bank accounts. If you select any one such bank there, see, you can go for send closing request to bank, mark for closing. So these you can use to close that bank.
Okay.
Which is inactive. You guys are asking repeatedly, we have custom fields, we want to add custom fields, all these things, right? For all custom fields, there is one app is called custom fields app is there. But you can't do it on your own. You need your ABAPer or a guy who knows CDS views, he has to help on that. Okay. So here we can add our custom fields, whatever the new fields you want right in your system, right? You can add those from in this app, custom fields in logic app. Okay, for this you have to add one sec. This is not opened in creation mode. Once again, there should be create option. I don't know where that was been gone in this. 1 second. Oh, this app is deprecated. Click the link to open new custom logic app. Okay, new app. Okay, so this is the app custom logic app. But here also there is no creation for us. Let's add these ones. Yeah, I want to show this additional information as many of you asked me, we have certain requirement, we want to create a field, how can we create that? So this is one such thing where we can create, but it is not allowing me to do. The creation option is not things. Here we have a create option will be there, wherein which we can create a new field for which app that we want to going to build further. And then we can add that. But simply creating, and it's not that, you have to map the data source for that. You have to write a custom logic for that, for which, for example, someone asked me that in their certain tags and group is not there, I want to add that. Or, like they want to add a field of indicator. All these things, you can do from this custom field creation, and you have to write a logic. If you are well versed with the baddie implementation, you can write it, or else, as I said earlier, you have to take your ABAPer help and you have to implement the baddie, and then your extra custom field will be adding for your configuration or data requirement, what you're looking for. Okay, we covered the bank master data and configuration. Now, bank statement processing and reconciliation. So bank statements again, reconciliation, before reconciliation, let me tell you a few things about this bank statement also. I'm not sure how many of you have already done this in the ECC part, but in public cloud, we have a separate strategy has been kept for the bank statement processing, which is, we have separate app is also there, which is called manage bank statements. So you can overview an automatic bank statement processing also. Okay. And then you can reconcile this bank statements also as part of this area, wherever you want to do that. There is a reconciliation process, especially in the cloud, has been mentioned there. So both I'll try to show you now. Okay. As part of this scenarios. So if you can go here, we have this one, manage bank statements. See, manage processing rules for bank statement. Manage, I'll tell you what is this processing. I'll tell you when we go for automatic and manual kind of thing, there is some difference that I'll speak with you now. Let me show you first of all whatever it is. Let me speak about that. So this app we will manage in two modes, guys. One is through manual bank statements, another is for electronic bank statements. The app is loading, just wait. So using this app, we can manage both manual and electronic bank statements. Okay. So as this gives what? This gives an overview of all your bank statements for the house bank accounts, all house bank accounts, right? So either if you want to create, edit, post manual bank statements, you can use this app. Okay. Or else if you want to need a kind of overview for all different bank statements of all house bank accounts that you have in your system, then you can go with this app. And not only that, sometimes we have to, what I mean to say, sometimes we have to see the details of the items of the bank statements in detail. Then also you have to go to this particular app. Okay. And with this app, you can post bank statements with multiple items as a background process as well. Okay. You can search for different criteria. You can upload bank items. You can delete bank statements. You can reverse the statements also. Okay. You can display the intraday bank statements. There are many things that you can do as part of bank statement. You can do from this information app. Okay. This is most of like information app. Okay. So, and one more good thing is this app is openable in desktop and tablet also. So people who are on the executive management, they want to see the bank statement, they can actually access from tablet also the same app. Okay. So as I said, for bank statements, we have two things are there. What are those? Manual versus your electronic, right? So first of all, let me talk about the electronic. Electronic means, already it is a digital bank statement. You can see here, see manual, electronic, some grouping is there. Means if you want both or if you want only one. This is a grouping here. Okay. And also you have all the relevant bank initial input information is also there here, which is requesting so that your bank statement can be accordingly processed. Okay. You can see an upload option also here where you can upload a existing bank statement, or else you can create a new one as well from here for your existing customers. Okay, this is what your total app is about. But before that, in this, you have to understand what I have to go for manual, for what I have to go for electronic, right? So the electronic system, it imports automatically all your SAP's multi-bank connectivity. Okay, whatever the multi-bank connectivity that is there, that will be the system will import the data automatically. You can upload the bank statements via this one app I have told you, right? Manage incoming payments. Okay, earlier we have seen that. So in that app, if you receive any files, spread files or that, you can actually format them and you can load them also. Okay. Or sometimes you can have some bank statements, post is also there, wherein which you can do this electronic bank statement from these different things. Okay. Whereas if you go to your manual bank statement, this is a manual bank statement. So manual bank statements are generally, you create manually in the system, okay, by using this same app. So whatever I create right now in here in this app, that is called a manual bank statement app, which is coming from some other multi-bank activities, electronic bank statement, which I create from this app at this location at here place. It is called your manual bank statement. Okay. So that means for some reason you do not receive your bank statement digitally, okay, or your format is not supported. What happens in those cases? System cannot import the bank statement. Okay, so at that time we have no other option. You have to enter the information manually in the system. Only in those cases where your electronic bank statements are not entertained, then you have to go for this manual bank statement. So what will this app help us? This will reduce your manual workload. Okay, why? How? Because you can use a template. All the templates are there, right? So you can use the template in the app and you can re-enter that. Okay, and not only that, only manual bank statement means only if you have no electronic statement, then I'll go. No, it's not only the only reason. Sometimes you have to edit certain things in the statement, or sometimes the posting is aborted. You have to re-enter it. Then also, so at all those cases, you will be handling this manual bank statements. Okay, so here itself only I'll be speaking about this how to upload bank statement with a spreadsheet file. You will be seeing how you can do the automatic bank statement processing, and also we will see how this SAP multi-bank connectivity will work. Now I will speak about these things, okay, in the rest of the time. So now if you go here, let me show you first of all. If you go here, we don't have any manual bank statements. If you go electronic, for electronic, we have one dummy data file is came. There is no bank statement version. There is no bank account, house bank, nothing is there. But something was created, okay? So let me create, first of all, a manual bank statement for you. If you can see, if you want to create a manual bank statement, this will be your primary items. There are three sections will be there, wherein which you have to provide wherein which you have to configure. These are all configuration, guys, okay? Your house bank account, your house bank company code, bank statement number, these are the primary things which you want. And ratio, usually the statement we will be looking for the date on which we need that, and is there any balances are there further. No, you can actually put that to make a bank statement. Okay, if you have any supply items also there, you can actually put that. Okay, you can, if those are not available, you have in some other imported file format is there, you can actually get that also from here. Okay, so let me give you some details here to create a statement here. Let's say I'm going with this HBI, which I just created. Provide the bank statement number, BSN 1001. Okay, and then if you have any transaction group is there, just use that one. So provide the date here, like today's. Let's say this, you can give like this. Okay, there's one error. What is this? Enter only digits bank statement number. Okay, you forgot this one. Simply create. See now what we have to do, when we created the house bank account, we don't have any GL account, we have assigned, right? Now you have to assign a GL account before you create a bank statement. That is not there. I have ignored that warning. So let's now assign a house bank account GL there, and then we'll come here for creation of further things there. Only this is the one. Let me create so that the statement will be created. Give me a moment. It's a first 1 minute task. I'll assign the house bank thing for this. the GL account for this. You can go to another browser, provide this. Yeah. Now go here in the Manage Bank Accounts app. Okay. So here we will be going into the SPI's account and we'll be assigning a GL account there. Bank relationship. Yeah, we can go here. There is no GL account, assign a GL account. See, it's clear, it's no GL account is there. Let me edit, assign a GL account here. This one, apply, save. Okay. If you have any multi-language descriptions only, just attach it here. That will be okay, no problem. And then we are done here. We can go for this activated. Make me to inactive again and let me activate them. Edit. Save as inactivate. And then activate. See your GLE's account is there or not first of all, so that you will not be having issues. Just activate that and then see. Okay. So we gone here. We have just added the GL account. Just recheck there that the GL account is added or not. See, main bank GL account has been added here, right? Now just close this, refresh this and close this because sometimes the URLs won't pass the information. Refresh this and close this. And now we go back to the statement here and provide the same one. Just now again refresh this one to get the changes updated here. Okay, and then create. Okay, what is this? Without items. Oh, okay. These items. Okay. So add any line item here. So we will be adding some external transaction also. So for manual entry, you'll be having many groups and many fields will be there, wherein which you have to understand all these things. For manual transaction, when you're adding a line item, you have to do the external transaction category also. like what is the payment transaction, what is the external transaction number will be there. So these are pre-configured. So you have to just collect that and you have to add that. Okay, as per your thing. And then you'll be adding your cost centers, profit centers, anything that is required for that particular purpose. Just simply apply there. Go to one, and here also there is no external transaction is there. Just mention that. Apply that. Okay, then let me come back for this now. See, these are all the things which I have to enter as part of the here. The only one error is that just enter either a transaction. I entered, I don't know what issue is actually it's met for that. Okay, so this is not taking. One second, guys, this is not going with error. Okay, let me generate a template here first of all. This is a problem with the cloud itself only. Let me check on this once again. See, this one's here, when we downloaded this manual transaction, right? It is asking enter either or this one or this one. That is not there, right? So let me add this one here. These are all initial configurations. You'll get these issues. External transactions, see this one. And in M also we have this one is there. Manual transaction description. And say okay. Right, so in the line item, those are missing, right? It is recurrently saying that enter either a manual transaction or external transaction for item 1. That is how this is missing. So I added that field now. Now I'm adding external transaction for this. Enter amount for item 2. Okay, one second, hold on. This is going crazy, one second. So go back, delete all the ones and freshly create new one. So whenever you have issues in creating this time, right, system won't recognize immediately in the cloud sometimes. This is all cloud issues only.
Yeah, what is the difference between external and manual transaction?
External manual means whatever we are entering that, right? That is called manual transaction. External means that is, it is getting from your, what I can say, so-called uploading files and all these things, right? So that is your external transaction.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
So manual transaction meaning one by one. You're entering transaction in the
yeah, that is
master
what.
data. External is through upload, you mean?
Through upload, yeah. Because these are all coming from external only, right? So these are, completely bank specific codes. Sometimes in external transactions we get. If you can see, when I'm going here, see what you're getting. These are all codes, payment transaction codes. You are not generating. Bank is generating from different files or something. These are all your external transaction codes only. So when you're making a banking statement, you don't know what the statement is. External transactions might have many things will be there in that internally. Let's say, like your bank specific codes of which invoice, your transfer order, your transfer credit memo, your foreign bank transfer. These are all external transactions only, right? So those ones you have to like enter manually in this manual statement. That is why it is frequently asking us. So now I'm entering that. This is external transaction. Put the value date and then amount 100 Let's say it's something, I'm giving the 115 only, same amount. Create. See, now it's created. This is what I'm saying. The same earlier only I gave, it was not taken. The cloud, when I deleted all these and recreated, these things happened. So you should be very careful with the cloud environment like this. I showed you practically only how this is behaving with you. So be very careful. It's same across in a license questions.
Okay, just to answer your no, that's because there's an opening and closing, okay, right? Zero
Yeah,
opening and
this
then
one.
100 is the movement closing. So definitely there will be debit of 100, correct?
Yeah,
That will be the journal entry.
yeah.
But what if we have more than 100 of transactions, okay?
Mean in the
Because
balance is
if you're going to look at, no, we have collections and then payouts. So, and then aside from those transactions, we still have this bank transaction, bank charges, and then interest. So, how can we record it? Okay.
means you're saying, for example, my closing balance is 100, and here in my line item it is 90 or something.
Yeah.
Balance 10 where I can put your asking, right?
Yeah. Because of this movement, right? You have this additional $100 or INR, sorry. So the transactions should be a debit, or a collections of 100 to tie
Right.
up with the movement of the bank statement.
See,
But
those
my
all you
question
can
is,
capture. There are some fields are there, Custer, in which overdue charges, because end of the day this should be zero. See, this is not zero. Let me pause. First of all, let me pause and show you a scenario what you have asked. Also, it's a good scenario. First,
Mhm.
let me pause this statement.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
show you what you have asked. Also. Let me pause this
okay,
one.
yeah.
Pause this bank statement, guys. So your manual statement is ready. And then we can see the next one, whatever customer has asked. Let me show that also. So this is posted. See, this is how you have to generate your manual bank statements. Okay. Now let me come back to the customer question only. Going back here. Let's say he said some difference is there. Okay, this is done right. I cannot change that. Let me create a new one here. So I told you, right, if you have posted a bank statement, if you want to reverse that, right, you can still reverse it from here. This is a reverse option is this. Similar, like we have reversed journal entries, we reversed payments, I showed you N scenarios, right, on reversing. Same thing, you can reverse a bank statement also. Okay. Now let me create the next one for you for Custer's question, what he has posted me. Yeah, let me go here. Let me put this here. Said 1 second, show this. So I added some fields also. Okay, and then now as Custos told me that, for example, if he has a external transaction, let's say same amount on which we got. Okay, the amount is 100. Okay, now the opening balance is 100. It is 100. Okay, now So now you tell me, Custer, you said what? Now I have given all zeros now. Okay, let me put this is okay, this is okay, this is not, that make any sense for me now here. Just you tell me that you said something like, what is the closing balance you want me to keep?
Yeah, let's say I have an opening balance of 100 INR. Then I
Okay.
have collections of opening balance of 100 INR.
Let
And then
me
I have collections of let's say 200,000
okay.
INR, and then payout of 100,000. So that would
Collections
be,
of
yeah.
you said how much? Collections of 200. Okay, okay. Collections means I
And
added.
then 2,000. Let you make it 2,000. Ano?
Okay, so closing balance is 2,100.
Mm.
Okay, 2,000. I'll keep it. Okay. Okay. Now in the line item, this is an external transaction. You said. Now let's say I'm adding only here
Yeah.
1,800.
You'll get the movement, right? How much will be the movement?
Okay, now here in that time, you can actually add those details in the different parts also. If you can see here, you can adjust those amounts into the payment amounts. You asked me, right? I have to pay out. What is the payment amount you want to keep it here? 200?
So we have beginning to 100, right? So we have movement of 19, correct?
Okay. One second. One second.
All in all, we have movement of 19.
Opening balance 0, I'm not given anyway. See, let me refresh this. One second. One second. So yeah, whatever the extras are there, you will keep, the opening, closing, other than transaction. You have payout amounts are there and you have overdue charges are there. Those you can actually log those amounts in this particular configuration, as you have seen here. Custer, you're there?
It's not clear enough. Okay, sorry.
See, whatever the difference, as you said, if it should not be zero, it should be zero at end of the day, but you have to adjust those amounts here. You have to make overdue charges. As you said, some negatives are there, like, the payout amount, how much is the payout, you can actually register that payment amount, and the overdue charge also you can keep it here, and then you can finally post this bank statement. That is the only way you can actually make it out. See,
Can we
if
close
this,
let's adjust okay. Just want to see how it will be closed.
okay. Now enter a currency for the payment of item 1. Is the currency? Have I not entered this currency? Okay, let me refresh this. So the total closing balance is equal to here the amount that I have made for the external transaction 1900 plus extra payments for 200. So if I apply this and create payment currency is same. Okay, payment amount of item must be equal to amount since payment currency same as currency. Okay. I Acha, okay, this I can. Okay, this is not payout. This is the same amount that we have to configure here. You apply this, then create this. Okay, so whatever the negatives are there, right? You can actually make in the overdues. You said those are all overdues, right? For example, in the 2100, now you want to have overdue of 200 is there. So let me add that. Let me clear out out. So they are overdue charges which we have added that field. Go back. You can see there are overdue charges are there. See, let's say you said 200 overdue is there. I'm saving that. See, the 200 overdue is updated. See, I don't know about God. This is without refreshing, it is not taking anything. Go here. Edit again. Apply this. Here we just add overdue charges 200. Then it will be 1700. Adjust that like this. And see. Okay, this will keep 1900 then. Apply. Save this. I don't know why this overdue is taking 0 because we have matched that, right? So it's not taking. So in that case, I think so we have to add this one from the closing balance and we can do that. Just wait.
For this one, okay, let me if my understanding is correct. So whatever movement, whatever balance and movement that we have in bank statement, it should be supported with the transaction, correct?
Right.
And this one is the transactions recorded that will be posted in the subsidiary or the GL accounts.
Right.
Correct.
Right.
So two separate information that we're trying to match, the recording and then the bank statement movement.
Yes.
Hmm.
Exactly. So that is how we generally maintain these statements for this, and then you'll make it templates also and use for further purposes also. You can use the statements on that. So you can see all the bank statements in the displayed saved version also like this. Whatever is being created here, and you can see that here also. So this is your manual bank statements which we have seen. If you want to make an external electronic bank statements, you can do like this. Whatever in the electronic bank statements. Let me show you that automatic bank statements also.
Electronic will be discuss also. Okay.
One second, I'm showing electronic one only now. If you go go back to manage bank statements. You go to the manage bank statements. So two statements we have already done in the all. So these are all manual. If you go to electronic, there are no electronic bank statements were been done. This is getting struck every time. Let me refresh it. You can configure, this is how we configure manual. The same way electronic is also there. We have to activate that particular thing here. Let me show you how you can do that, electronic statements. Okay, these are electronic, right? Now create. So as I said, right, this is coming 1 second. So electronic bank statements, generally provided to the account holders in the standard formats only. Like we have CAMT, NT940, some standards are there, right? For the as part of payment transaction processing, these electronic bank statements will be imported and posted in SAP for reconciliation. Okay, they can be imported basically. So the file formats are there, as you know, as an XML file standard format from SAP is the CAMT054. There is a standard format. Other than that, you can define mapping procedures. Actually, in ECC, we have this defining of mapping procedures and transformation of XML file linkage. All these things were there. So here it was being simplified here for like different posting rules that we make for that, and further to like clear the any electronic statements for that. We have bank statement integration has been more modified in the new version of public cloud. So now we are dealing that one only. So let me show you that so that we get a complete idea. Electronic bank statement. Okay. So first of all, here in electronic bank statement, you will be having certain objects will be there. Okay. As I said, because many companies use the option of what I mean, getting this bank statement data from the bank electronically, because paper is not the environment friendly mode. So some countries, based on the banking communication standard, we call it as BCS, wherein which different procedures and transfer programs are there for multi-cache and transfer data of the bank customers, all these things. So as of part of this, you as a central component of the payment transaction SAP public cloud, this electronic bank statement is the one of the key one for processing different incoming payments. Okay, so when I'm saying this statement, which means that you can import the bank statement files into SAP system using this electronic bank statement. Okay, so n number of bank statements can be imported. Okay, for the formatted supports, that I have just told to you, right? We have Swift MT940. I just showed in the manual also those ones. These are the different bank formats are there. So some bank formats which are not supporting, as I told you, those you have to create in the manual process. Okay, when your supported formats are there, EBS will always work. If your supported formats are not there, then you have to create manually, as I told in the earlier scenario. Okay, and also remember that the electronic bank statement, this EBS, we call simply EBS, this one, this is a part of cash management, right? So as I told, the central component, you have what I want to say, there will be many disputes might also arise. We have to create those dispute cases, in the processing of bank statements also, that I'll show you on the next session. So there is a connection for this electronic bank statement, okay, with all the account interaction centers whenever you work on this. So you can schedule different bank statements using the schedule manager also. I'll show you that one also, how you can schedule bank statements now. Okay, so these are the important points as part of your integration and electronic bank statement information. Okay, so whenever you want to, first of all, if you want to create an electronic bank statement, first create that. For the house bank, same like manual we'll be creating here. Let's say for SBI, created that. Okay, I told you that these are the formats in which generally electronic formats are supported. I'll be giving this here. So add this. Oh, this is not required. Delete this. Only one is enough. Create. So this automatic one is also created now. This is an automatic bank statement. I am posting in the background, not in the upfront. So once you create these statements, right, an automatic statement and a normal statement, let me go back again for the home page. Okay, we have an app called Schedule Manager. There is one app will be there wherein which we can actually attach this automatic bank statement for the job, and then we can make the automatic bank statements as a schedule to the customers also. Okay, let me show you that. There is one app which it is not finding in the repository. I'm trying to for scheduling of your statements. Can you see that? Yeah, this statement is not there. In the statement, let me check on this one. Okay, let me go into this maintain financial. These are the financial statement versions, but sometimes the bank statements also we can try to make this out. So let me talk about that reconciliation first of all, and why we need reconciliation and when you have to go for reconciliation, especially on the bank statements part. So, for example, if your customer want to do electronic bank reconciliation process, okay. So at that time, when you want to do the reconciliation, like your EBS, we call it as EBS reconciliation. We call electronic bank reconciliation configurations, all these things. So in ACC, these are there in a more tight mode manner. But in cloud level, we have like an APIs has been written for that. Like when we want to do this bank reconciliation or reconciliation of statements, we have to go for read, reconcile, and we have to do it in a different mode for that. So we have to majorly work on the some of the reconciliation more on the localizations perspective, rather than on the statement level. So in cloud especially, there are multiple steps are there for setting up your automated bank statement reconciliation. So it like you have to set up your file format configuration, you have to create your payment medium formats, you have to make your global settings for that, and then you have to set up your interface for that, and then finally you have to make the direct connections to the customer, wherein which you will provide a standard API for the customer to integrate your bank statements, and then this will reconcile your complete bank statement there. No, it's the reconciliation configuration will be like that. Okay, so usually when we are doing this reconciliation, right, especially as I said, the reconciliation will be having some localization issues also, either local to country, country specific features, or the banking functionalities, or the interfaces with the integration which we have in the tax authorities. There are many things have been directly, indirectly involved in it, and then when we are having, doing this reconciliation process, there are certain steps majorly are there, which we call manage processing rules for bank statements. So those are also there, which we have to see how to create those processing rules. First of all, we have to understand that, because these are nothing but, these processing rules are nothing but for bank statements, you have to manage certain logbox apps in it. So you have to understand what are those logbox apps and how you have to process it. Then you will understand the reconciliation on top of it.